Hi, this is part 4 of the video series for payment certification process in FIDIC forms of contracts 1999 edition and 1987 edition. Now let's see what FIDIC 87, which is 4th edition, says about payment certification. The relevant clause is subclause 60.1 monthly statements, certificates and payment. The contractor shall submit to the engineer after the end of each month 6 copies of each signed by the contractor's representative approved by the engineer in accordance with subclause 15.1 of the statement in such form as the engineer may from time to time prescribe, showing the amounts to which the contractor considers himself to be entitled up to the end of the month in respect of A. The value of the permanent works executed. B. Any other items in the bill of quantities, including those for contractors' equipment, temporary works, day works, and the like. C. The percentage of the invoice value of listed materials, all as stated in the appendix to tender, and plant delivered by the contractor on the site for incorporation in the permanent works but not incorporated in such works. D. Adjustments under clause 70. And C. Any other sum to which the contractor may be entitled under the contract or otherwise. This is the relevant clause in FIDIC 87, which is 4th edition, for the certificate and payments. Okay, let's see what FIDIC 99 says. In FIDIC 99, the relevant clause is subclause 14.3, which is application for interim payment certificates. The contractor shall submit a statement in 6 copies to the engineer after the end of each month in a form approved by the engineer, showing in detail the amounts to which the contractor considers himself to be entitled, together with supporting documents which shall include the report on the progress during this month in accordance with subclause 4.21, which is for the progress reports. The statement shall include the following items as applicable, which shall be expressed in the various currencies in which the contract price is payable, in the sequence listed. A. The estimated contract value of the works executed and the contractor's documents produced up to the end of the month, including variations but excluding items prescribed in subparagraphs B to G below. B. Any amounts to be added and deducted for changes in legislation and changes in cost in accordance with subclause 13.7, which is adjustments for changes in legislation, and subclause 13.8, which is adjustments for changes in cost. In FIDIC 99, it says it is contractor's obligation to provide the engineer with 6 copies, which is no difference from the FIDIC 87. Supporting documents should include a report on progress. This was not in FIDIC 87. But no definition of the term supporting documentation. And what is incomplete supporting documentation would be a question, because payment has to be made within 56 days from the submission of statement. There is no time for requesting more details and back and forth correspondence if the submission is incomplete. And they're saying estimated contract value of the works plus amounts of money to be added or deducted in the order prescribed. Therefore, it should be in the order prescribed here. So when to start applying for monthly payments? It should be as soon as contractor is able to do so. subject to the minimum amount stated in the appendix to tender. And also there is no express provision for the statement to be signed by the contractor in FIDIC 99. It is important for the contractor to keep a record of delivery of the statement because subclause 14.7 need employer to make payment within 56 days from the date the engineer receives the statement and supporting documents. Therefore, there should be a record of delivery of the statement. And also, statement must show in detail the amounts. And there is no requirement for the works to properly executed or executed in accordance with the contract. Works are defined to include both permanent works and temporary works. Permanent works are defined to be executed by the contractor under the contract. Temporary works are defined as required for the execution and completion of the permanent works. The estimated contract value must be calculated with reference to subclause 14.4, which is schedule of payment. Okay, we will continue the subclause 14.3, which is application for interim payment certificates, from item number C. C. Any amount to be deducted for retention calculated by applying the percentage of retention stated in the appendix to tender to the total of the above amounts until the amount so retained by the employer reaches the limit of retention money, if any, stated in the appendix to tender. D. Any amounts to be added and deducted for the advance payment and repayments in accordance with subclause 14.2, which is advance payment. E. Any amounts to be added and deducted for plant and materials in accordance with subclause 14.5, which is plant and materials intended for the works. F. Any other additions or deductions which may have become due under the contract or otherwise, including those under clause 20, which is claims, disputes and arbitration. And G. The deduction of amounts certified in all previous payment certificates. And one should remember, even though it says you can include claims under clause 20 in the statement, including claim into statement does not constitute formal notice of claim. It has to follow the claim procedure. It is important to keep specified order in which the interim payment application is to be calculated. As an example, price escalation under subclause 13.8 is calculated before the cost of materials or materials on site, because this will include inflation, as any invoice cost will be the cost of current date of purchase. Though the contractor is entitled to finance charges for delayed payments under subclause 14.8, delayed payments, contractor can include a calculation of any finance charges due under subclause 14.3F. That is the end of part 4 of payment certification video series. In this video, we discussed subclause 14.3, which is application for interim payment certificates. We will start part 5 with subclause 14.4 in next video. Please subscribe the channel to get notifications of new videos. Thank you.